Well, here goes nothing. Justin hung up on our first caller, which is always a good sign. But hoping this goes better than last time. We're going to take your calls, gang, because I don't know what the deal is with MHB. He bailed on me. I assumed he got the virus, the dreaded virus, but then I see him tweeting and claiming that the Kennedy Center is owned by the Kennedys, which is an interesting theory, but we'll get to that more in a minute. Hello, caller.
Hello, Michael.
What's happening?
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but have you checked Barstool.com?
I certainly have. It's funny you bring that up. I figured that would kill some time if I didn't get any calls, but I guess we'll get right into it. Are the Minsell Intel guys? What's the deal? They're always getting into trouble now. What's going on here?
No, it's that guy Zonker who's got beef with Barstool.
Oh, I'm well aware, yeah. But why would he link it to? So for those that don't know, the guy Zonker who owns Barstool.com, not BarstoolSports.com, but Barstool.com, has linked to that page to the latest episode of Minsell Intel. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, and he's, I guess, trying to up the view count to possibly get the Kirk Minahan page taken down from YouTube. So I don't have Twitter or anything. If you want to relay that to Big Steve or the boss man himself, just passing it along.
So now we think that's the guy that was buying views, right?
Oh, I don't know if he's buying views or not, but he definitely is. He's involved in the world somehow because he clearly linked the videos. So
he's doing it. Now, is this just your theory, or is this something that's been tested that he's doing this to fuck with our YouTube page?
I have no idea. I just checked the Barstool Reddit, and that was the first thing that just popped up.
Right.
So I figured, and then I saw that, and then I checked Kirk's Twitter, and I saw that he retweeted that you were taking calls. So I just wanted to be the first one to, share the news.
All right, man. Well, thanks for checking in. We'll get our.
Yeah, no problem. Mike, you take care.
All right, brother. You too. We'll get our top men on this one. I don't know. So that's the first thing that comes to mind is if this Zonk guy. Well, I'll explain to those who don't know. This Zonk or Zonker, whatever the fuck his name is, has been fucking with Portnoy for years. You can just put this guy on, Justin, and I'll talk. He's been fucking with Portnoy for years. He owns Barstool.com. Barstool Sports at one time kind of wanted to rebrand, I guess, to just Barstool, but they couldn't because this guy owns Barstool.com and hates Portnoy, and he's just been a complete asshole to them ever since, which in a sense, I respect. But now he's fucking with the Kirk Minahan show, which may be the wrong enemy to take on. But we'll get more into that in a minute. What's going on, caller?
Hello.
How are you?
Hey. So Brandon Walker confirmed on Tuesday, walked the line, that he's gonna do a podcast with Kirk.
Yes.
So I was just curious how you think that's gonna work, because Brandon Walker gets very mad and heated. And I'm just wondering, do you think they're going to be fighting on that show? Do you think they're going to just be friendly and talk about...
Oh, I didn't think so. I never took it that way. When you say Brandon Walker gets mad at heated, do you just mean at co-workers behind the scenes like Devlin? Because I've never heard him get mad on the air, really.
Like, I'm saying, like, if one person thinks that a football team is better than his, he absolutely loses his shit. Like, I can't imagine, I could see him getting mad if Kirk doesn't agree on the top board game of the 80s or something.
Really? I haven't seen that side of Brandon Walker on air. I know him as this, this simple, and I mean this as a compliment, but a simple Midwestern man or Southern man from Mississippi. So I don't know. I haven't seen that side of him. And I think it seems like it's going to be a more laid back show. Don't you think?
You would think so, but like just watching like today, like this week, him and Dana have been like getting in some very heated fights, and
I have heard that
going crazy.
So, yeah, what's the thing with him and Dana? Is Brandon critical of Dana's girlfriend or something? I heard on the Yak briefly today.
He just like made one comment about it, and Dana just said don't bring it up, and Brandon just made it into like a huge deal, and that's like all that's been going on there in that week, this like entire week.
Well, that would be interesting. God knows I don't confront Kirk enough, so maybe he'll finally have someone to tango with if Brandon Walker's this big fiery character. I didn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. I think it could be really bad. I don't know how long that's going to actually last.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling.
Yeah, see ya.
Well, that'll be interesting. Maybe they'll get into fisticuffs over, I don't know, the best Bruce Springsteen album of the 80s or something. I have no idea. What's going on, caller?
Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing?
What's up?
Hey, so I've been listening back a lot lately. I started when you guys took a little hiatus. I was listening to the Big Cat interview.
Yeah.
When you guys were down at the Super Bowl. Man, were you sensitive about that? All right, I'll hang
Oh, what do
up
you
the
mean? What? Justin, you didn't hang up on him, did you?
No, of course not.
Oh, what the hell happened? Was I sensitive about in Miami? Oh, maybe he means the Portnoy stuff. Maybe I was being a baby about that. I don't remember that, but I wish he hung on. Call back if you want, sir. Hello, caller.
Hey, Mike. How's it going? You
What's up?
nervous? I heard the Intel guys are going to be getting a spot at Barstool here soon.
Yeah, big news. There's celebrities there.
They are. I mean, this Zonker guy, he doesn't seem to be a big fan of you. You think Portnoy is going to step in and maybe change when you
Oh, he's not a fan of me specifically? I don't know this.
He said Mike and the Minifans, boring. Intel, electric.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong, but I don't know why he would be mad at me specifically or even Kirk's show, because I think Steve told me.
We're turning him into a Minifan. He's coming around.
Oh, good. Oh, so there's no animosity here.
Oh, no, not at all. If anything,
Oh, okay. Because the first guy,
Barstool and Zonker here.
Okay, the first guy told me that Zonker was doing it to fuck with our YouTube page or something.
Oh yeah, no, that's just, I mean, coming off of the, electric Viewgate and everything like that, people are, just trying to play to the YouTube and it's going to get taken down. But no, if anything, I'd just be nervous that Portnoy is going to hire these Mincel guys.
I gotcha. Well, I'll say this. John from Scranton more than the other two, but John from Scranton has that Barstool vibe, just the way he talks, the way he thinks. He seems like a Barstool guy. He's not a bad broadcaster. I don't know if he can write at all, or I don't know how he is with wacky Instagram videos or anything like that, but I could see John from Scranton working for Barstool. He seems like that type.
Oh, are you saying intern Nick's on the hot seat here?
I wasn't saying that. No, I was not saying that at all. Oh, no, I see what you mean. No. Intern Nick actually does a great job. I think he's a creep as a human being, but he does good work on that Instagram.
Hey, just because he's Mormon, you don't have to team up with Kirk against him. All right, one more question. I'll hang up and listen. Oh, yeah, are you going to Justin's barbecue?
Justin's having a barbecue? No, I didn't know this either.
Oh, yeah, it's the talk of the Discord.
I didn't get invited.
Join the voice chat one night. We miss you in there.
All right, man. That's the easiest way for me to get in Discord, so I might have to do that. Thanks, brother. I don't know about this. Justin's having a barbecue that I'm not invited to? Is this true, Justin? Well, answer the call first. I don't really care. Don't invite me. Yes.
Hello.
A lady?
That's me.
Oh, my goodness. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So, I'm Melissa. I'm
Hello,
calling
Melissa.
from East Bridgewater.
Oh, is it the Melissa that I see on Twitter all the time?
Yes, probably.
Okay, very nice. Well, nice to talk to you.
So Kirk popped into the Lady Minifans chat a little while ago, and I told him it was my birthday, which it is.
Happy birthday.
And he said that he would get you to sing happy birthday to me, so that's why I'm calling.
Well, I'm sure this is a lie, but you got me. You got me by the short hairs here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melissa. Happy birthday to you. Is that good enough?
Wonderful, Meryl. That was wonderful. Great Marilyn Monroe impression.
Thank you.
So you made my birthday. Thank you so much, Blind Mike.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, my girlfriend is in the other room now and can only hear one side of this. So I'm certain she's packing her bags and leaving, which is probably best for both of us. Now she's yelling things at me. So I don't know what's going on with these Mincel Intel guys. Apparently, now the information I'm getting, if you're just joining us here, feel free to call in 508-964-FLAP here on the Kirk Minahan Show YouTube. Evidently, this guy Zonk, is it Zonk or Zonker? Next caller, fill me in. Is a Mincel Intel fan. Maybe he's coming around on Barstool in general, because those guys are Barstool guys. I don't understand any of it. Maybe someone can inform me. Maybe this caller. Hello.
Hola. Hope all is well.
You as well. What's happening?
Not much, man. So like a lot of other listeners, I was actually listening back recently to some old shows while you guys were on your hiatus.
Yes.
And one of the shows was brought up, your old Trash Talk Twitter account, was that actually repurposed as the Kirk Minahan Show account, or is that just an old dead account?
No. Trash Talk. The Trash Talk account still exists. I got signed out of it, and I don't remember the password. So I'm sure I could figure that out, but I haven't used it in a long time. So no, it's not repurposed as anything. But if you look it up, it still exists.
I got you. Well, one thing I thought was interesting, and the name of the episode is Kirk Goes to War with Section 10, but that you mentioned Jim Florentine being one of the comedians who kind of helped you promote that account and kind of helped you, grow the follower base. Is that one of the reasons why you never really pile on?
Yeah, it's funny. No, I don't give a shit about that account at all, really. So for anyone that doesn't know, which is almost everyone, I ran a Twitter account that goes with the same bullshit. I fake outrage. It was called Stop Apologizing USA or something like that. And a bunch of comedians followed it and helped promote it a little bit. And Jim Florentine was one of them. That has nothing to do with why I defend Florentine a little bit on the show. I defend him because I think he's funnier than that show is an example of. Does that make sense? Like I've heard him on the radio, and I know Kirk says he's heard him on Stern and he was never funny, but he's funnier than that. Like I think he's genuinely a funny guy, but I don't think he's capable of just looking at a Facebook status and saying, oh, you believe this, folks? He's not fucking Johnny Carson. So I guess that's the reason I defend him more. I think he's funnier than that show gives him credit for, but I don't mind mocking that show at all. Oh, is the guy no longer there? Yuck. All right, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, no, because Florentine's in with that crowd that I like a lot. Jim Norton, Bill Burr, Bob Kelly, Rich Vaughn, Colin Quinn, all those guys. So I have an affection to him. I like him, but I'm not a fan. I'm not naive enough to think that podcast is good or anything, but I do like him. Hello, caller.
Howdy.
What's happening?
Not much. Hey, I just got a question. My buddy gave me this number and said this is a sports talk show.
Yes, it is.
What are your projections for the NFL draft? Do you think somehow the Patriots could trade up and get Joe Burrow?
No, I think they're more targeting Rich Kelleher. Look into that guy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
He sold me stickers once.
Okay, so you do know who I am. I like that. People should call in. I'm not as good as Kirk with anything, but ad-libbing sports talk radio. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to. That's what I wanted to do as a boy. I was Mr. WEI when I was a kid. I wanted to be the next Glenn Ordway, and now I'm merely him in physique and nothing else. Although I'm about 3 feet taller than him. Oh yeah. So I started talking about MHB. Well, all right. I'll get back into MHB in a second. Hello, caller.
Hey, how's it going, Mike?
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Jay from Worcester. How you doing?
What's up, Jay? How's it going?
Good. I was just curious, really, how you kind of got in the radio. I know, obviously, you're blind, so that probably plays a factor. But
why would that play a factor? Why would being blind play a factor?
You can't see. So you can't see. You fucking turn on the radio. Listen.
Oh, you mean why am I interested in radio at all? You mean?
Yes.
I got you.
Initially.
I got you. Well, thank you for the call, Jay. Yeah, I was just really into sports talk radio as a kid. I was a nerd, so every day, instead of hanging out with my friends, I came home and listened to fucking. This will sicken people like Kirk. I used to come home and listen to the end of Jim Rome, and then switch over to Mike and the Mad Dog. And then when EEI came to Springfield, I started listening to them every day. So I was a huge sports talk radio guy. And then that evolved into me liking. I would look up old clips of Stern, but I never listened to that every day. And then I became an Opie and Anthony fan. And that's more. If you listen to Opie and Anthony, I know Kirk says Opie and Anthony are a direct ripoff of Stern, but there are a lot of differences. Like they were certainly inspired by Howard Stern, but there are a lot of differences. And I think Opie and Anthony are actually more similar to Kirk's show than Stern, at least the Stern that I've heard. So that's the kind of radio that I really like. And that's why I gravitated towards a guy like Kirk.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you. I wonder what kind of answer he was expecting. That seemed to disappoint him. I'm sorry, Jay. I don't mean to disappoint you. Yeah, I understand it's a boring answer, but that is the answer. I always liked. I guess maybe the lack of vision had something to do with it. I'm not sure, but I guess I'll never really know.
Hey,
What's happening, caller?
how are you?
Is this another lady?
This is Tina.
Tina, what's happening? Oh, she hung up. What the fuck? Maybe I was too creepy. I blew it, guys. I was too creepy. I got very excited. I got overzealous. 2 ladies in one show, and I freaked her out. I'm sorry to you listeners, and I don't know if I'll recover from that one. Let's see if you help me. Hello, caller.
Hello,
They should be good. What's up?
this is Vern.
What's happening, Vern?
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer from Beyond the
Looking
Grave.
for that
What's going on?
Australian- What?
Vern Troyer from Beyond the Grave.
I'm looking for that Australian pussy Menners.
Well, he's in Australia.
I want to take him on Rough and Rowdy next week.
I don't know if that'll be a fair fight, Vern. You've got a larger wingspan than him.
I think I kick his ass. He thinks he's all tall.
I also don't. I don't know if you've heard the news lately, Vern, but I don't know if Rough and Rowdy is going to be able to happen next week. That might be tough.
Well, I'll fucking fly down there tonight.
All right,
Look
Vern.
at this motherfucker.
I appreciate the call, buddy. I love your work. I never know what to do with those calls. I don't know what direction to take them because there's not usually a lot of depth. Although my dad is growing to be quite the character. He usually has a lot to offer. Usually not very polite towards me, but he's good. Hello.
Hello, it's Tina. I'm back.
Oh, hello, Tina. Thank you for calling back.
You got me all wet.
What's happening, girl?
I'm thinking of you.
Oh, yeah? What are you thinking about?
And he's thinking about that beard in between my legs.
Yeah? What's it making you think?
All scruffy.
Did you shower?
Right. So, now let's use some
Who is this? Is this Tim from Canton? What a pervert. Are you married, sir? You're a man with a family, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, you even have kids.
What's up, buddy?
You know, Kirk talks a lot about his favorite adult film star, Brandy.
Yes.
But I don't think we've heard much about your favorite or your genre or necessarily what you're into.
Let's see. I mean, people think I'm just saying this because she's on the show, but Brandy was one of my favorites ever before I had ever heard of Kirk Minahan. I've been a Brandy Love fan for years. I would say Lisa Ann is also up there. Actually, a name Brandy mentioned the other day. Julia Ann is in that category. I'll say Reagan Fox is a good one. But to be honest, I do go more by... more than the porn star herself, I go more by the storyline. I actually look
storyline or genre or fetish, if you will.
No, not so much not a fetish guy, but I do need a little. Tim, I need a little sauciness, if I can be frank with you. What I need is an element of possibly getting caught, or where there's some wrongdoing. Maybe there's an affair going on, or maybe the son's friend is over and the son has to leave for a bit. I don't know. Maybe there's a little element of the husband's coming home in 15 minutes. That's what I need. A little danger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's more of a caught, public, whatever the tube might be, babysitter, stepdad, stepmom type of thing.
Precisely. Yeah.
A lot of family dynamics in this. I think there's a lot more to explore.
Yes.
More
Specifically,
of this
mom. Sometimes Tim, I just type in mom and see what comes up. Is that weird?
No, not at all. Considering
thank you.
the show that you're on, not at all. And thank you for this info. And this will be shared on a prank call. I appreciate it very much. Sir.
I had no idea. I couldn't have imagined.
Right. All right.
Thank you,
Take care, buddy.
All right. Tim and I have been doing some fine work together. I didn't think I shouldn't have shit on the one we did so quickly because it ended up being funny. Shame on me for doubting Tim from Ken. But I like the ones that we've been doing. I don't know if they stick to the format that Kirk originally wanted, but they have been funny, he and I doing prank calls together. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Michael.
Is this Latino Kirk?
Yes.
What's going on, buddy?
Good. I'm watching you, and you seem a little fat. What's
I
going
know.
on?
Are you disappointed with me about this Life Loser Challenge? I got to say I've fallen off.
Yeah,
I don't think I've gained.
shoving down Skittles down your throat.
I don't think I've gained. I don't think I've gained much weight, but I certainly have not lost it with this shutdown. And to be honest with you, Latino Kirk, can I be honest with you for a moment?
Sure.
I'm partially using these shutdown as an excuse. There's no reason I can't go for a. There's no reason I can't go for a run or do some fucking push-ups.
I want to see. I want to see you do something. You know, like I know you cannot go outside, but do something. You know.
I know. I'll get back into it. Hey, I will say this though, because Latino Kirk has been working his ass off on this thing. Anyway, guys, the shutdown is tough, but I will start the charge of getting back into this fucking thing. Steve from Providence was killing it, and then he says he gained 9 pounds or something. Let's all get back into the Life Loser Challenge if you were in it before, and
I know.
start turning your fucking
hate
weight.
him because he gained 9 pounds and lost 5 already. He can lose weight like nobody can. No,
That's part of the. Thank you, Latino Kirk. That's part of my problem
Right.
too. Is I'm overly cocky and thinking like, I'll just lose. Eventually, I can lose because I can lose 20 pounds in a month. Like I can do it like nothing. But I think about that too much sometimes.
Right.
I get too cocky.
All right, I want to see you getting back on track. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
It's always nice to have a friend like Latino Kirk keeping you honest. Yeah, I've fallen off of that. I don't think I've gained much. I think I've maintained, but not good enough when I expected to be. And you know, the other thing that's screwing me up is this was all centered around by the Wilbur lose this weight. And now there's all this talk of the Wilbur getting pushed back. We don't know if it's going to happen. So that's thrown me off too. So I got to get back. Stop making excuses. Latino Kirk would tell me. Am I right, caller, or am I right? Hello. Hey, dickbag. Hey. Now I wonder if they couldn't hear me if they were just yanking my gonads. So maybe I can get this in before another call happens. But yeah, MHB, go check MHB's Twitter because he's going after the Kennedy Center instead of texting me back, ignoring my text to do trash talk. That's why you're getting this instead of the electric chemistry that me and MHB have. You're getting just me, unfortunately for you guys, because MHB is too busy lollygagging. Hello, caller.
Hello.
What do you want?
I have been dying to get through.
Okay.
I have been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Uh-oh.
Here's what I have to say real quick, my friend.
Yes.
You need confidence.
Yeah.
Those guys sit around you, and
Right.
I see me and you, and the old me and you, and I know you have it, and I know it's there, and you are awesome, and I keep listening, and I love listening to you, and just know you can do it, and do it, brother.
Thank you. What do you mean, me and you?
Say again?
Is this someone I know? What do you mean, the old me and you?
No.
Oh, you see
sometimes when I'm
yourself in
listening
me,
to
you're
you-
saying.
Yes.
Oh,
what I
that's
mean.
very
Sometimes
encouraging.
when
I
I'm listening
appreciate
to you. I hear a younger version of myself, and I lack confidence. And I know you got blind shit going on, and I know you got other stuff going on.
We got it.
But I wish you the best, and I keep listening, and know you got a huge fan out there.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much.
All right, man. I am getting a little sick of that, I would say, is everyone coming on here to diagnose me. That guy was very nice. I'm not shitting on that guy. But I've had about enough of the pep talks. Well, that's enough. I got it. I know what I need to work on, and I'm trying. I think I've been good lately. I've been doing more stuff for social media and this show and everything. So I'm trying. But I've had enough of the, hey, buddy, you need a little, here's what you need to do. Like that caller today kind of annoyed me. I should have, but you know what? You might be right in the sense that I should have just fucking jumped down his throat instead of not saying anything. Because my instinct is, what the fuck am I going to say to this guy? But that's not the most entertaining thing. So there is something to what he was saying. But I also hate the element of the people that just want, like that guy that called today said, where do I send my resume? It's like, just start your own podcast. If you're better than me, you'll get a shot. Or you'll do, you'll get on someone's radar. That's what I did. I'm not saying it was great, but it got me here with you people in all my glory here of the Watertown Studio B. So, what's the deal, Justin? We run out of calls? You can pop on if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean they're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
Just
Okay.
give them time.
I am curious, Justin. Have you learned any more about that that Barstool Zonk business? Oh, Justin's not on with me anymore. All right, you take your time. Now, what does he mean they're coming?
Yeah, I was just DMing with John from Scranton. And,
What's he saying?
He said they were just DMing back and forth with his Zonk guy, and he's like, "Oh, I like Kirk, but obviously he hates Barstool." He's like, "I watched him in Silent Hill episode, so."
Huh. All right. Well, maybe he's coming around. All right, I'll take this caller now.
Okay,
Hello.
Hola,
Hola.
Mikey.
What's happening?
This afternoon, the old lady ran off to the grocery store with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They came back, and I didn't hear them pull in the driveway. I was rifling one off to my kid's first grade teacher doing a video conference math class.
Okay.
So now I'm sitting out in the cold watching your YouTube video trying to get back in the house. I don't know if you got any good advice for me or not.
I don't think watching this video will get you back in. But now, when you say rifling one off to the teacher, she could see you in this video conference?
It was pre-recorded.
I gotcha. Okay. Thank God. That would, because then there would be, legal implications, I would assume. Was she attractive?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, I already got myself in trouble for making a comment about her looks.
Okay, I was going to say what you do is just comment on how attractive she is and that you couldn't help yourself, and I think that'll get you back in the bedroom.
I appreciate the advice, Mikey. I might try that. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot. Good luck.
All right.
I do have to say, I had the girlfriend working. She's staying with me during this quarantine. She was working in the other room, and there's sort of a, like I said, I'm into the dangerous stuff when I'm cranking one. There's an element of, hey, she's just right in the other room. She may catch me. That's kind of a turn on. I like that. I like to rub one out with someone here. I've never had that experience, really. Never lived with a significant other. I have never been caught masturbating, though. Why am I talking so much about masturbating today? It seems to be the theme of the day with me, and it sounds like Kirk and Steve might want to get back into that tomorrow. They said I got off easy on not talking about the taste of my semen. But what I said was, and I'll defend this tomorrow, because I think every man should try his own brand, as they say. There wasn't much to it. I was always interested in it. And let's be honest, Kirk seemed pretty interested in it too, because he said this has been a thought of his a lot. He's curious about it. So I don't know why it was so shocking to people, but I saw some chatter on Twitter today. Listen, guys, try it. You're missing out. It's not gay. Don't worry. You're not gay if you try your own semen. Matt Carano can attest to that. We had a long conversation about it, and he assured me if I try my own or his, it doesn't make you gay. It just means you're open to new experiences. That's what he assured me. And then he rubbed my back, and he was very gentle, and it was sort of a nice conversation. As I vamp, you see my vamping skills here. As we try to get another phone call. It's funny. Justin says he always says, "Oh, they're coming in," but it takes a while, I guess. Let's see what this person has to offer. Hello.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
It's John from Scranton.
John, what the hell's going on here? Fill me in.
Okay, so we put a video out. Zonker commented on one of the videos, and it was kind of like, "What's going on here? What is this?" And he's like, "What?" He didn't even know what Minifans were. He's like trying to get a grip on Minifans. So we have a segment on our show that we're about to do. It's called "Make the Minifan," and it's kind of like you just find someone random and try to like get them to like Minifan, like Kirk and like the show. So I
I like that.
That's
smart.
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We get one more fan. But I put the guys on the thread, and by the end of it, he's watching the episode. He's like, "We like you guys." He liked Kirk. He's like, "I like how Kirk opens up about mental health awareness and all this stuff." He said Steve's a third-rate producer, but I mean,
he seemed critical of me too.
I don't know, because I was on the thread all day, but it's long. I sent Justin the thread so he could see it, and he hates Portnoy. Like it was.
Oh, I'm
basically
well
he was
aware.
just sitting
And
out.
he should love me if he hates Portnoy.
Yeah. So he's like, no, I like you guys. You guys seem genuine. He's like, I'll throw you guys up on there for a couple days. And he's like, so I mean, we're up. He's like, I'll throw you up there for like 3 days.
That's funny.
We're like, okay.
It would be
this
very
guy's
funny
awesome.
if the Kirk Minahan world was culpable for bringing this guy in the inner circle, and maybe they get Barstool.com out of this.
Yeah. So I mean, of all things, if we did anything, we did what Davey Deals couldn't do. So
now, do you? There's nothing to my theory that this was the guy buying views.
No.
Okay. Because the first guy that called in, that would make sense.
I messaged Justin. I was like, listen, this is going to put us on an index where you're going to start seeing some weird views. So I told Justin, I was like, just a heads up.
Yeah.
It might do something weird to our views.
I thought I had a very nice.
Everything is authentic.
I thought I had a very nice compliment of you earlier in the show. I don't know if you heard it.
I did. It was very nice.
You're welcome.
I mean, obviously, I'm a Kirk guy number one. I appreciate you saying
that. Was questioned. That was questioned this week. How do you answer that? Kirk said he think you're more of a Barstool guy. You wanted to get in the Barstool world, and this was your way in.
Oh no. I mean, literally. I mean, since Corona started, I haven't been watching Barstool virtually at all, other than the rundown. But I mean, I first thing I do in the morning, which I will judge this whole what Kirk said by, is I listen to Kirk first thing I do in the morning. So you would say I'm a Kirk one guy.
So you wake up at what, 11:30?
I wake up right around 11:30.
Okay, very good.
To a DM from Steve to call in to get yelled at, and then I throw your show on.
All right, John. Well, thank you for clearing this up.
Yeah, it's authentic. It's pretty cool. This guy, we're gonna try to make the biggest Minifan out of this guy as we can. So
excellent.
So stay tuned.
All right, my friend.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Go watch episode 5 of the Mincel Intel if you haven't checked it out. And then Nickel's worth of free advice. The fans just call it Nickel's worth. They call it NWOFA. But Nickel's worth of free advice comes up after this show, I think 7:30. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. But 7:30, I believe. And tomorrow, I think the Lady Minifans and the Minturns, all kinds of things going on. I got to say, people have criticized me for this take. Quantum Week, my favorite show on the YouTube right now. Because it's different than everything else up there. And I could see that being a real podcast. And I like those guys. Like, I liked that Chris seems to really know movies and Hollywood stuff. I realize I sound like a fucking moron when I say that, but I guess I mean by that movies and TV. So I like listening to Chris talk about it. Them talking about Jack was entertaining. And the fact that Coppola directed, that was very good. Hello, caller.
Hey, Geary, what's up?
Hey, Geary. This has to be an old friend of mine, I assume.
Yes, it's Kingpin Pete.
Oh, my goodness. Kingpin Pete, an all-star of Minifans. What's happening, man?
Hey, I heard you talking about Zonker. I don't know how much you actually know about him.
I know a little bit. Correct. You'll know Kingpin Pete is a Barstool expert. So correct me if I'm wrong on anything. I know he hates Portnoy. I don't know why. I know he bought Barstool.com, and I know he won't give it up for essentially any price. Is there a reason he hates Portnoy?
There's no exact reason, but yeah, you're right. He just hates him. Dave's tried to contact him multiple times. Like right when the Turnin deal was all signed, he went to Zonker and told him about it. It was like, hey, we can cut a check right now. And he was like, nope. And he wouldn't do it. He used to he's like basically like a troll where he just links it to different things. It was linking to like a Deadspin article for a while and like articles like bashing Barstool. So the fact that it now links to the fucking Intel, I'm only like surprised to hear what Dave's gonna have to say about it.
I'm curious. Does he not know that this is a Barstool show, or is he coming around on Barstool? What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. Zonker's kind of like Deke Zucker, where you never really talks.
You never know what he's doing.
Scenes kind of person. Yeah, you never.
All right.
He's not like a publicly making announcements.
Well, it seems like he's making friends with the Minifans.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great combination of powers. This is awesome.
Yeah, Kirk and Zonker going after Portnoy. That'll be an interesting matchup.
I know exactly. All right,
anything else, buddy? All right, brother.
That's it.
The great Kingpin Pete, folks. I don't even know if people would remember. There's probably a lot of new listeners that never heard Kingpin Pete. He was on twice in the first 2 weeks when Kirk was getting sued by Mayor Curtatone. Kirk had him on to talk about the possibility of going to jail. And then Kingpin Pete came in studio the day that it was very awkward. It was Kirk and Steve had that big fight about Steve's brother. Then Kingpin Pete came in to talk about prison, and then I had to perform stand-up comedy, which is that's most of the opening act. I've been to a lot of comedy shows, and most of the opening acts are very similar. So it was nice to be in a comfortable environment. Am I right, caller? What's going on? Hello. I know you can hear me, you coward.
What's going on, Mike?
What's up?
So I got a question for you. Have you seen this Hunger Games, Barstool map that Feidelberg and KFC have been doing?
Yes, I've seen stuff about it on Twitter. I'm not... Fill me in.
Okay, so basically they kind of took a map of the U.S. I don't know if they did it or whoever started it. But basically they kind of broke it down by Florida people, and then Southern people, then West Coast. Then you got Chicago by itself type of deal in the Midwest and the East Coast.
So regions, basically.
So we know, basically, yeah. So we know Steve is an absolute lunatic and kind of wants this whole thing to go tits up so he can, I don't know, rape, loot, and plunder or whatever his plans are. How do you think he would fare against, say, a lunaticking rape, murder, plunder person from, say, Florida or Alabama?
So you're saying the apocalypse actually happens. This all goes to shit. How does Steve fare?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess against other people that are just as crazy as him around.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it like that because Steve's made a big deal that he could take me out, which is I don't know why he's bragging about that. I think everyone knows. In fact, I think most of the listeners could probably come over here and get rid of me, axe me. That's not that crazy. The thing is, Steve would do all right because he does own guns and he's hunted before and stuff like that. I don't know how much that gets you in an apocalypse setting. He would do better than me, is what I mean by all right. But I don't think Steve doesn't have it in it to kill a man. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong though. He is crazy.
I think he'd get killed. I think he would absolutely just shit himself and die. But
we can only hope. Am I right? I kid, of course. He's a nice man with a lovely family. All right. Thank you, caller.
Well, big fan, Mike. Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you, buddy.
Keep on.
Thank you. Yeah, Steve has been this trustworthy guy just because he said shit was going to get bad. But I don't know if that translates. I don't know if a correct prediction translates into being the Jennifer Lawrence of these Hunger Games, reigning supreme over all of us. He would do better than your average Joe, maybe. You know what? I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't know how well he would do just because he owns a gun. By the time the shit really hits the fan, everyone's going to get their mitts on a gun. If you're still alive at that point, when things really go to hell, you're going to have a gun on you. So once that's out of the equation, I mean, he's a big guy. He seems to have been preparing for this for a while. So he might do all right. But again, I don't know if our generation, just as a whole, we grew up with, Netflix and Facebook and all this shit. I don't know if we're going to be prepared for a zombie apocalypse. Whether you're Steve Robinson, Mike Geary, or anyone else. I don't know if we've got the skills. And I think Steve's enough of a pussy that shooting a man in the head could stick with him for a while. Like a coward. Am I right, caller?
Yeah, Mike.
All right, you're damn right. What's up?
Yeah, to go off on that Steve with a gun point you're bringing up here. What are the chances Steve doesn't own guns, considering he lives in Massachusetts, and his wife is also from one of the biggest liberal colleges in the country, right? I remember he said his family went to Oberlin, Ohio, was the in-laws. That's not a gun kind of family,
That's an interesting question. Well, his wife doesn't have to be into guns for him to be. So I'll give him that.
No, but he lives in Massachusetts. And
but he's from Maine, don't forget.
Yeah, but he doesn't even vote in Massachusetts. Do you think he's actually registered to own a gun in Massachusetts, in Boston?
So the only thing... You're right to question him, caller. That's good instinct. But the only thing working in his favor is I seem to remember... It was before I was on the show full time. I seem to remember something where Steve was in studio with a gun or Kirk saw him. I thought there was some evidence of Steve owning a gun. I could be totally wrong, like I was with that Fenway drinking story today. I could be way off, but I seem to remember something like that. But it's a good instinct to wonder about that.
You never know with the guys.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to believe. Oh, well, he hunts too. But again, all these stories could be bullshit. That's what's so interesting about the Steve Robinson character. You never know. You never know. What did he say the other day? There's part of every man's soul that yearns for chaos. And, the virus is predictable. It's people that are unpredictable. Steve Robinson is unpredictable. And let's take one more, I guess. That was a good one to go out on. The idea that Steve is a pathological liar. I've certainly never seen him with a gun. But that doesn't mean much. I miss a lot of things. I don't see well. Let's see what this caller has to offer and see if we keep doing this. Hello?
Mike, big fan.
Is this Justin?
No.
Oh, you sound like Justin. What's up?
Yeah, I was wondering what your favorite kind of barbecue food is.
This is 100% Justin. I take it to mean we're out of calls. I'm curious to know, Justin, hop on for a second and end the calls.
Yes.
Was that you?
No.
You're very cute. You're having a barbecue or something?
A couple nights ago, I was like, hey, after this whole coronavirus thing, I want to have a big barbecue where we all just get together and solve the coronavirus being over. And
It's a shame I'm not going to be around that day. I'm sorry, buddy.
People, I literally mentioned it in passing, and now people are like DMing them on Discord, like, what's the update on the barbecue? I was like,
You don't even own a home. How are you going to have a barbecue?
You don't own a home either. You can still have a barbecue.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't live on your own. How are you going to have a barbecue?
Okay. So,
answer this call. I've had enough of you.
The fuck?
It wasn't an insult. It just takes a lot of things as an insult. What I mean is, are your parents going to have 100 Minifans over? Hello, caller.
Hey, what's going on?
Justin gets very bitchy. Did you hear that? Did you have the privilege of hearing that?
Yeah, I heard. I just
very sensitive.
The end of it. What was he saying?
I told him he wants to have a barbecue with a bunch of Minifans, and I said, you don't have a house. How are you gonna have? And he said, well, you don't own your house. But my point was, he lives with his parents, so how could he? What are they gonna have, 1 million Minifans in their fucking backyard? They don't want that. He got offended when I said that.
Yeah, no one's gonna want to do that anyway. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
You make a fair point. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. What's up, buddy?
Hey, you're a Sopranos guy, right?
I am, yeah.
So, have you watched it several times? I've gone through it like 3 times now.
See, I think I've only watched it. I think I've only watched it twice all the way through, and then I've seen other episodes more than twice. But
I can't do the first season. Since the first time, I cannot read the first season. I don't know what it is. I didn't know if you had the same problem. I figured I'd throw it out there to you.
No, I never really had that problem. It is older. The first episode itself is weird because wasn't that shot like years before the rest of the season or something like that? Kirk will know that stuff better than me. But yeah, the first episode is definitely weird because Gandolfini looks different than everything. And even AJ is much younger than he is the rest of the season, I think, if I'm remembering right. But no, the first season I don't think is bad. Why, do you think it's bad?
No, I don't think it's bad. It's just one of those things that's find hard to rewatch. I don't know what The Wire was the same thing for me.
See, I can't get into The Wire. There's too much. Honestly, maybe I'm too dumb to watch The Wire, is my theory. There's too much going on in The Wire where I can't get into it. There's too many different characters. There's just too much shit going on that I haven't been able to get into it. I had that a little bit with The Sopranos where there was too many characters, but I kind of powered through it because I knew I would eventually like it, and I was right. But now, I can rewatch season 1 with no problem.
I had the same thing with Wire. It was too much going on, but Sopranos is something about it where you got it.
I think season 2 might have been my favorite. Is season 2 when Janice shot Richie Aprile, or is that season 3?
I Season 3, the beginning of season 3, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
I'm not too sure.
You might be right. I get confused
either
too.
way,
I also get confused because I
anything-
watch
any-
it. What's that?
I was gonna say the whole show is just unbelievable. I'm not big. I don't get big into shows. The Sopranos, it's the best.
I hear you, brother. All right. Well, thanks for the call.
I
All right, man. Have a good one. All right. I think we're good on. That's probably good, right? And on a good note, we had so many good calls tonight. I don't want to spoil it by taking some bad ones here. So I guess we're good for the evening. Justin, hop back on for a second. Yeah, take this call, actually. Hello? Hello? Show yourself. Oh, what a gutless pussy. Am I right?
Okay.
That's the anger
I
you
try
guys
to
are going
not
for?
disturb. So.
All right, cool. What's up, Justin? So, were you offended when I asked you about having a barbecue?
No.
Oh, okay. You seem very bitchy, but you understand what I was saying now, though. Your parents gonna have 100 minifans in their backyard?
Sure.
They wouldn't mind that?
Sure.
An insane bunch. All right. Well, everyone go to Justin's house when the coronavirus is over.
It's gonna be a fun time.
All right, man. Thank you for producing, buddy.
Anytime.
And it's always good to end on a dud. It's always good to end on a conversation with Justin. So watch, Justin, what time is Nichols Worth of Free Advice on? 7:30?
7:30.
Beautiful. Go watch Andy Mayo. Do you know who he has on tonight?
I'm not really sure.
That's good. So no one's watched it before it goes up. So Andy Mayo, just do whatever the fuck you want on there. That'll be fun. And I'm sure Andy Mayo's got a great show planned for you tonight. Nichols Worth of Free Advice. And then, that's what's on the YouTube channel tomorrow is, of course, Bicentennial Man. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Tap the old bell for notifications so you'll know exactly when we go live, when we do things like Bicentennial Man or this very show. And otherwise, I guess we will see you next time, folks.